Isaac and Emily were on a mission. A mission to get as much delicious food as possible, and there were two people who could help them achieve this goal, Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co. One sunny Saturday morning, Isaac waddled into the living room, his belly jiggling with every step. Emily was already there, bouncing up and down on the couch like a hyperactive squirrel. "When are Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co coming?" Emily asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Soon, I hope," Isaac replied, already daydreaming about his McDonald's feast. "I can't wait to get my nuggets, fries, cheeseburger, milkshake, and the ice cream cone." Emily giggled. "You're gonna eat all that?" "I just want my fries and nuggets. And maybe some of those free samples at Sam's Club." Just then, the doorbell rang. Isaac and Emily's faces lit up like Christmas trees. They knew that sound meant only one thing: food adventures with Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co. "Ready to go, kiddos?" Aunt Hannah asked with a smile as she walked in, Uncle Co right behind her. "Ready!" Isaac and Emily shouted in unison. First stop, McDonald's. Isaac's eyes grew wide as they approached the counter. He placed his usual order, listing off each item as if it were a grocery list. The cashier looked at him, slightly amazed, but Isaac was undeterred. He knew what he wanted. Emily followed up with her more modest order of fries and nuggets. "And don't forget the ice cream cones," she reminded the cashier, flashing a sweet smile. With trays loaded with food, they found a table and dug in. Isaac devoured his meal with gusto, while Emily nibbled on her fries, savoring each bite. Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co watched in amusement as Isaac worked his way through every item on his tray, finishing off with a big slurp of his strawberry milkshake. "Don't forget the ice cream cones," Isaac reminded, his voice slightly muffled by a mouthful of fries. After McDonald's, they headed to Sam's Club. The kids knew the drill. They grabbed a cart and started their hunt for free samples. Isaac made a beeline for the sausage bites, while Emily zeroed in on the cheese cubes. "This is the best," Isaac declared, stuffing a sample into his mouth. Emily agreed, her cheeks puffed out with cheese. Next stop was Costco, where they repeated their free sample scavenger hunt. Isaac was particularly excited when he found a booth offering tiny slices of pizza. "It's like a snack before our real pizza," he said, grinning from ear to ear. Finally, they reached the pizza counter at Costco. Isaac ordered a whole slice for himself, and Emily did the same. They sat down at a table with Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co, who had wisely decided to share a single slice. "Best day ever," Isaac declared as he took a big bite of his pizza. Emily nodded in agreement, happily munching away. They were already planning what they would buy next time they went out with their aunt and uncle. Maybe some new toys, or more snacks, or both. As they finished up, Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co exchanged a knowing look. They loved spoiling their niece and nephew, even if it meant a few extra pounds for Isaac and a slightly empty wallet. "All right, kiddos, time to head home," Uncle Co said, patting his full belly. "Do we have to?" Isaac groaned, but he was too full to protest much more. On the way home, Isaac leaned back in his seat, a contented smile on his face. "Next time, I think I'll add a McFlurry to my order," he said, already planning their next outing. Emily giggled. "As long as I get my fries, I'm happy." And with that, they drove home, their bellies full and their hearts happy, already dreaming of the next adventure with Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co. The next morning, Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co arrived at Isaac and Emily's house, ready for a new adventure. Today's plan: hiking in the Blue Ridge Parkway. Uncle Co, as usual, gave the kids their 5-minute warning. "All right, you two, 5 minutes to get ready," he called out. Isaac and Emily groaned in unison from their spots on the couch. They were still full from yesterday's feast and weren't exactly thrilled about the idea of hiking. But they knew better than to argue with Uncle Co's 5-minute rule. Dragging themselves off the couch, Isaac and Emily slowly got ready. Isaac pulled on his sneakers, grumbling under his breath, while Emily lazily tied her hair back. Aunt Hannah laughed as she watched them, knowing full well that their sluggishness would soon be forgotten. Once they were finally out the door and on the trail, it didn't take long for Isaac and Emily to start dragging their feet. "I'm tired," Isaac complained, barely 10 minutes into the hike. "Me too," Emily added, flopping onto a nearby rock. Uncle Co, always quick with a solution, knew exactly what would get them moving again. Whoever can hike all the way without complaining will get ice cream and their favorite meals at McDonald's. The effect was immediate. Isaac and Emily's eyes lit up, and they were on their feet in an instant. Ice cream and McDonald's. Now that was worth hiking for. The rest of the hike was filled with enthusiastic footsteps and competitive chatter. Isaac and Emily raced each other up the trail, each determined to win that promised treat. Uncle Co and Aunt Hannah exchanged amused glances, knowing they had found the perfect motivator. After a few hours of hiking, they all piled back into the car, tired but happy. Isaac and Emily settled into the back seats, keeping a lookout for the golden arches of McDonald's. Isaac took one side, and Emily took the other, both peering out the windows like hawks. But the early morning and the hike had taken their toll on Isaac. As the car rolled along the winding roads, his eyes grew heavy, and before he knew it, he was fast asleep, his head lolling to the side. "Isaac! Wake up, you're supposed to be looking for McDonald's." Emily hissed, but it was too late. She looked over to Isaac's side and spotted a McDonald's sign whizzing past. "Isaac, wake up. We missed it," she cried, shaking him awake. Isaac blinked groggily, realizing what had happened. "Did we really miss it?" he asked, wide-eyed. "Yes, we did, and it's your fault." Emily fumed, crossing her arms and glaring at him. Isaac, feeling guilty, slumped back in his seat. The rest of the drive home was quiet. Isaac and Emily stared out the windows, their faces sad and their hopes dwindling. They passed several exits, but none had the telltale golden arches they were hoping for. But just as they were about to give up hope, Aunt Hannah pointed out the window. "Look, kiddos. We're almost home, and there's a McDonald's right there." Isaac and Emily's faces lit up instantly. They hadn't missed their chance after all. As Uncle Co pulled into the drive-thru, they cheered in unison, all traces of earlier disappointment gone. Isaac ordered his usual feast, 10-piece chicken nuggets, fries, cheeseburger, strawberry milkshake, and, of course, a vanilla ice cream cone. Emily got her fries, nuggets, and ice cream cone, grinning from ear to ear. As they drove home, happily munching on their meals, Isaac turned to Emily. "I'm sorry I fell asleep," he said, his mouth full of fries. Emily shrugged and smiled. "It's okay. We still got our McDonald's." And with that, all was forgiven. They knew they'd have plenty more adventures with Aunt Hannah and Uncle Co, and they'd be ready to spot every McDonald's sign from now on.